Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Christiana Dole, and you're watching another virtual edition of WCAT News. Today is the last Friday for the class of 2020 and the beginning of events to celebrate seniors in their final week. The first senior ride through campus will happen later today, and next week, seniors will have dress-up days over Zoom. Even as the school year winds down, construction is still happening on campus. Here's an update on the progress being made. Wildcats are definitely looking forward to their return to campus and having the chance to enjoy these new spaces. But before that, there's still some distance learning to finish the semester, and M&M Talk has some Zoom tips.
Hey y'all, welcome back to M&M Talk.
We miss y'all and we miss being on campus, obviously. But today we're going to bring you some Zoom tips and some ways to stay connected during quarantine.
Mason, I hate to call you out, but I'm not sure if you're in the best position to give Zoom tips, considering you sit in your bed for all of your classes.
That's a good point, ML. But I can proudly say that I haven't fallen asleep in any of my classes. But maybe you should give the Zoom tips.
I guess the first pretty obvious Zoom tip we have for all of y'all would be to not sit in your bed for all of your classes, unlike my other M here, as you want to try to simulate the best classroom environment you can. I try to sit at my desk for all my classes, but the problem I'm having now is focusing all day at my desk doing both my classwork and my homework. Mason, do you have any ideas that'll be able to help me, you think?
Although I take my classes from bed, I take advantage of the breaks and make sure to get up out of my room. Some fun things I've been doing is maybe doing a quick dance on Just Dance, or shooting some hoops, taking a nice nature walk, and I've actually gotten into painting. Because when I paint, I don't have to think and my creativity just starts flowing.
Wow, you've really been doing the most, Mason. I've started a bullet journal during quarantine to help keep my head straight. And one day, maybe I can look back on it and see how I survived quarantine. Although, I've got to be honest, some days can get pretty tough without seeing my other M. How do you stay in touch and keep your sanity during quarantine?
Well, Mel, it is kind of tough. But now that Atlanta is opening back up, I'm looking forward to doing some walks with friends, picnicking with friends, or just cute little drive-bys to say hi. But of course, during all these activities, I'll be more than 7 feet apart from everyone, just to be safe. But during shelter in place, I found myself spending way too much time with my family. But I also FaceTime friends occasionally just to stay in touch.
Safe to say, I've had enough family time to last me a lifetime. I can't wait until it is safe for us to go back outside and see our friends. I need some time away from my house. But until then, I'll be using these Zoom tips to help make the most of my last week of online school at Westminster.
Well, that's all we have for now.
We'll see you next time on M&M Talk.
Thanks, M&M. Maybe we can have a WCAT Just Dance competition over Zoom. Well, this week, the co-chairs have a message to share.
What's up, Wildcats? I know I usually get up here and tell a few jokes, but for this last message, I'm going to take a more serious tone. First off, I just want to say I'm super grateful to have been one of your co-chairs this past school year, along with Elizabeth. And before I go, I just want to share a quick story about my good friend Labib Mamoon that I think we can all learn from. So this past summer during a football practice, I mentioned to Labib that I didn't eat lunch that day because we had a lift in the morning. I took a nap right after it. And then as soon as I woke up, I had to get up and go to practice. And so about 45 minutes after practice ended, we're back in the locker room, and Labib walks around the lockers all the way to the back corner of the locker room where my locker is, and he hands me a bag of Cheez-Its saying he figured I was hungry. And that's something I'll never forget because I know it can be so easy for us at Westminster to get caught up in our own problems and worries and sort of forget about the people around us. And it's people like Labib that never cease to put others before themselves that make Westminster a really special place. So I'd just like to advise you all, while you still can, to just slow down and appreciate this community because there's so many extraordinary people and moments you'll encounter in any ordinary day at Westminster. And with that being said, I just want to thank you all for a phenomenal year and just say good luck to all of you next year. I know you're all going to do great.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much. It truly has been such an honor to be one of your co-chairs this year. William Buhay, thank you for everything, and thank you for putting up with me this year. I'd also like to give a huge shout out to next year's co-chairs who are Jenna Brown and Connor Lee. They worked with us on student government this past year. They did an amazing job, so I cannot wait to see what they do next year. Jenna and Connor, best of luck to both of you, and to the rest of the upper school. You guys are in great hands.
Thanks, Elizabeth and William. It's on to the final four for the Math Cats as they advance in the Math Madness competition. Good luck to the team as they try to take a spot in the final. Don't forget to share your Wildcat spirit with Westminster fans on Instagram. You could be the Zoomer of the Week. Well, that's all for this week. I'm Christiana Dole. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on WCAT News.